Welcome to the beginning of the second day of trials in Case 2 of Apollo Justice.
Alright then.
Any minute
Just
now.
a
There we go. Did
Or
you
not.
need to make extra certain safe that you had that save data, Dwibs?
Suspense,
I
Joe.
pressed
Suspense.
the wrong button.
Congratulations.
This is it, the big day. Did you get any sleep?
Probably not.
Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so. Hey, he's
Relatable.
Yes, relatable.
Oh, what time did you wake up?
Let's see.
2 a.m.
3 a.m.
Oh.
Yeah, also relatable.
Wow, so you wanted to go to the Krusty Krab to get a Krabby Baddie that badly?
Yeah, who wants a
That's
Krabby Patty at
only
3 in
2
the morning?
hours, Apollo.
Yes, I know, it's not healthy, I should sleep more.
But at least you have me.
Nice.
That's not any sort of comfort. And the amazing Mr. Hat. You couldn't think of a better name for him?
Well, he is
Actually, that's a
technically...
reference to South Park.
Also, Shiro, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to disagree with you. Truth is my only consolation in this game.
Truth is
Here's
your
looking
spirit
at you,
animal.
kid.
Also, I go to sleep at 3.
Who's this?
On wake up.
Oh, it's Wocky.
That voice.
Hey there.
Hey, got any sleep?
Hey, Hobo Phoenix.
Don't pretend we're into eavesdropping.
Mr. Right.
I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself
Yeah,
out
join the
earlier
club, dude.
today.
Yeah, join the club, dude.
Join the Nintendo Club today, Philly.
Somehow, that place makes fake piano playing at the Indochin pasta joint seem almost fun.
What?
Pasta
What does
joint.
that mean?
Indochin?
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
Pasta and piano? I don't.
Oh, no.
What
It's
does that, Pedro?
alliteration.
What does that,
Basic.
Pedro? Indochine pasta. What?
It's, well, we actually do
I get the
have...
feeling I live in a different world than Chutakumi.
To be fair, we do have some of
Oh
those.
god.
They-
Feed
they-
me nothing like that.
they-
Jesus Christ.
They taste terrible, though. That Sherman tank of a mom. Nope. Guess again.
That's rude, Phoenix.
That's too bad, you know. Speaking of moms.
Like your
Ooh.
You need to find a new mommy one of these days, Daddy.
It's barely morning and you're at it already, Trucy.
She's a serial shipper.
That's true. oh god, Phoenix is
This is so frustrating, though. Can we actually explore that? I
Yeah.
want to
Okay,
see.
see, this is
Yes,
why I
I
don't buy their
Oh,
father
the
daughter.
prospects of
Yeah.
getting
No, excuse me, Apollo. I do, and I want to see it. God damn it!
Yeah, not only
Let me
that.
guess, it hasn't been explained as of the Spirit of Justice.
Okay.
No.
To be fair, it gets explored a bit in the final case of Dual Destinies. It gets explored a tiny bit in Spirit of Justice, but not nearly as much as I would like to. Like, people saying...
Isn't there
Is that-
at least,
is that Is
sorry.
that Yamazaki's fake with Apollo stuff? A big guy with Apollo Justice. If I only explore it a bit, that way they can't get at me.
Now, okay,
Not just
it
that,
made
not
sense
just
in
that,
Dual...
is there like at least some foreshadowing in a sense that you get the idea that Yamazaki is building up to this to reveal it eventually in the 7th title?
In Spirit of
Um,
Justice, yes. Not in Dual Destinies, though, which was so much
I don't
people so
know.
disappointed.
I don't know too. I don't know too. Yamazaki's really unpredictable. I don't know if half the time he does continue stuff, half the time he just goes there.
Allow me to...
half the time, from what I've read, it seems like they introduce plot points, but then drop them the next game, or at least forget about them.
Allow me to sum up the
Yeah,
major
fine,
issue
go
here.
ahead.
When it came to Apollo Justice, a lot of drastic changes were made because originally this was not meant to be, your Ace Attorney game with the typical Ace Attorney cast.
Oh boy.
So there's a
But
notable
sorry.
but there's a notable level of disconnect. Here's the problem, though. Because they went back to, having Phoenix be the star of stuff, that sort of led to us being with Phoenix in a different world. Here's the problem, though. Because of that, ever since Apollo Justice, we are now on practically a Hunger Games-esque wanting of seeing who will finally make the return or not, which is why we are constantly asking, when's Gumshoe coming back? When's Francisco coming back? And one of the more important ones, will we ever get to see more of a relationship between Phoenix and Juicy? And when the fudge is Iris getting back in there, Yamazaki? Come on!
No. Yamazaki threw Iris in his
Oh yeah. Well, if it's any consolation,
black hole or
Trucy,
something.
if it's of any consolation, as Trucy herself said, she got her pennies back. So
We did find out
yay.
one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant.
The butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker.
Indeed. Correct, Herr Judge. And today, I'd like to do something a little new age.
What?
Actually do your job.
Look at your fingers.
I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside.
What?
The
We're
outside.
holding court outside today.
That would be quite interesting.
Outdoor.
An open trial.
The acquisition of the murder weapon, the preparation for the act.
Interesting angle.
Come on, Clever, you're kind of getting closer and closer towards Sal. Let's get to a point, please. Our poor defendant told all, you see. To his betrothed, whatever.
Also,
German.
Why
His
do you have...
betrothed.
Yes,
Judge. Now take your pills, please.
his fiancée, our judge. His partner for life, with no chance of parole.
Also, why does he have rings on his
Very well.
box? That's very impractical.
You may show
Because he's
the,
a rock star to you. He's got the
I mean,
A lot of
bling.
what rock stars do is
On
impractical.
all kinds of fingers I can understand, but the thumbs seem to be very impractical into band with the rings. Sorry.
He probably has one of those form-fitting rings.
Your name and occupation, Fraulein.
Alita Giala. My occupation is future wife.
And
Oh,
That's
you-
not an
you-
occupation.
you're doing that.
So you're one of those. Oh boy.
You boy, it's like that thing in the room. There is a word for
Ooh,
that.
I see the judge is Republican then.
Too many brides these days. Can't even
know.
weave baskets blindfolded underwater.
What?
Also, she's doing the thing that Tommy Wiseau did in the room. You know, there is a word
Okay.
for future. There is a future word for wife. You know, fiance.
Takumi, please think about some audits before you put it in the page. Okay? Okay, thanks.
Wow, that's not my job anymore. I'm not even in the main series, so suck it.
Well, actually, apparently you're back in the 7th game, so...
And
Whenever
honesty,
that's happening.
another admirable trait.
it's due to happen sometime, according to what Capcom said. Hurry it up.
Fraulein,
Hopefully a Tokyo Game Show, Joe.
is it true that on the day of the crime...
When's that happening, by the way?
Yeah,
September.
Tokyo Game Show is in September, usually the beginning.
Bit late to announce a freaking game for this year, then.
Wocky Taki confessed his plans? His
Yeah, they
plans
said
for...
this year would be a big year.
Remember,
for us.
Murder?
Spirit of Justice was announced at Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah, is there any games are usually announced at a Tokyo Game Show? That's normal.
The weird thing, though, is that they suggested they were coming out this year, so either Capcom misworded things,
As
or...
usual.
Probably a mistranslation.
Whatever. Speculation aside.
I mean, that won't be the first time that's impacted something like
Alright,
the Capcom.
witness testimony.
Anyway, Wocky's plan. Go ahead, Shuri.
It was the day of the family health checkup. Results came in.
Mm-hmm.
They were all smoking at the time of the checkup, so they all got an F.
When Wocky found out that Mr.
Dr. Maractus.
Maractus, that name is still... I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols.
And shot me, bastard.
And you already know what happened that night.
Yep.
I just don't see how anyone but Wocky could have done it.
Truly a person who
Mm.
can...
Look at her,
Wonderful,
she's like, butter
wonderful.
wouldn't melt.
What a wonderful fiance, future
Wait.
wife.
Hold on.
So the pistol did belong to the Kataki family then.
Wait.
Quick, check the ballistic printing.
Hold on, wait. Go on.
Yes, with regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kentucky mansion on charges of the possession of illegal firearms.
Really
That's
now?
illegal, you know.
Yeah.
And the bullet that took the victim's life, was it? Was it?
Fired from the pistol the defendant.
How can you prove something like that?
If I'm the prosecutor, I don't need evidence. So bullets carry marks from the barrel that fired the rifle.
Hmm.
Rifling, no.
Mm-hmm.
Rifling, yeah.
Yeah.
Rifling.
Kind of
marks.
like fingerprints in a way.
Think of them as being a gun's fingerprint. I left on every bullet it fired. Sorry, left on every bullet.
Yeah.
And when did you first hear about Wocky's plan?
That's important to know.
Yesterday.
It was the day of the murder.
Of course.
The heat of the moment. The flip of the jib.
I should have stopped him.
But
Gas.
didn't.
I just didn't think he would actually do it.
Haven't you heard, Alita? To be angry is to be human.
Very well. Well, technically that's. But the defense may begin the cross-examination.
You know, I just realized Clavier is named after a brand of piano. That explains
So
why
why
Phoenix
is he
does not
playing the
like him
guitar?
that much.
So why is he playing
Okay.
the guitar then?
Okay, that's the piano connection, but I still don't see how the Indonesian pasta connects into all of this.
Oh, also, wait. Palmaractus. Malpractice.
Yeah, we can. I think someone else got in one of the previous part, but I don't remember.
I'll give him this. Palmaractus is one of the more clever name puns.
Mm-hmm.
I literally just got it today, actually.
So is it easy to take a pistol out from the house?
It's a gangster house.
Yo.
Not really. I think there's a system in place to limit access.
Makes
That,
sense.
this particular pose of hers is a bit awkward. Like,
Oh, but don't you see? She is the innocent
Creating an
witness.
extra line.
yeah, she's the innocent witness who never harmed anybody. Sure. Perhaps his treatment was a bit too special, yeah?
Yeah.
Come on,
It's
is
not-
that the face of a murderer?
Which one?
Yeah, this one is. This
yeah,
one
you
is.
know what, Clavier.
No, I mean this face she's making right now, like it's like what exactly she's trying to express with that
I
pose.
hope
Allow
he got
me.
amazing presents for his birthday. I can't tell if she's thinking, if she's surprised, a combination of both, or if she's feigning.
Allow me.
No,
emotion.
that's how
I
she.
don't.
That's how she fakes. There are secret buttons on her cheeks. She presses them and the brain starts with.
So she has Usapion buttons on her cheek.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's possessed by that one yoka.
Allow me. Oh, I am so fraught with worry. What could possibly have happened? I am both confused but also thoughtful at the same time. There you go.
Point here being that Wocky had access to a pistol.
Well, I guess at least she's not like Princess Elise and just hangs her head like this every time something happens.
At least
me
kind of
about
just
it.
goes with the flow, in like the worst way possible.
Yeah.
Hold it! How can you say that for certain? How?
I love how Paul just goes all.
Calm down,
Apollo.
Apollo, calm down. Take your chill pills. Objection,
Garrett, you're scaring the frog.
Herr Forehead. You will refrain from badgering the Fraulein.
How am I?
Oh my God, he's actually showing some kind of passion now.
Yeah.
It was the defendant, Wocky, was it, who took the pistol from... Wait, you don't know the defense... We know
Even
this for a
Clavier.
fact now.
Forget him.
I suppose we do.
I think Clavier's
Also,
just
I
in
think Apollo
disbelief.
just shouts everything he says.
Yes. No indoor voice.
Never mind, he reverted. So how could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, yeah?
Why do you keep clicking your fingers in the court, Gavin?
Guess
It's
it's how he
to keep the
concentrates.
tempo.
It's my quirk. You see, kind of like how Connor has the coin.
Wait,
Something
Connor's
to be
Two-Face?
No, Connor from Detroit Become
I
Human.
know, but I mean, he's Two-Face?
No, Joe,
But the defense
surprisingly
has
no.
anything to say regarding
me.
this point.
Basically, Joe, the coin is only the literal meaning of showing in your face the word liberty. Nothing
That's the
more.
entire purpose of that coin.
Huh, really?
Based on your testimony, there's clearly another.
You'll see when we get to that game.
One other person had access to that pistol.
Oh?
Oh.
Maybe I'll do my best Jover impression.
What's this?
Like Apollo doing his best Phoenix impression. It fits.
Uh-huh.
Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Why always me? Tell the call to this other person with access was.
The...
It was Phoenix. Now called Tiala. Take
It
that!
was Eldon.
Well, of course. I mean, you, Miss Tiala.
Me? But why?
You're his
Also,
fiance.
Not for nothing. I get the tense. It looks like she's about to cry in every single expression
You were,
she has.
you were quite
part of the
clear
act.
when you
That-
told the
That's part of
I mean,
the act.
Even
too.
Adrian wasn't, you know.
Yeah,
You were
go
quite
ahead.
clear when you told the court you heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning.
Dun, dun, dun. Objection! Let me get this straight.
Stop clicking.
It's my quirk. Deal with it. The writers didn't give me any other quirk,
Wait,
so I have to use this one.
hold on. So you're telling me that you have a superpower revolving around snapping your fingers?
And killed a man in cold blood on his behalf.
And then your wife walks in. Hey, what are you doing banging your desk randomly?
I was
Next to the wall.
I can bang my wall. I paid for it. I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this...
It does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure. Breaking news: man breaks hand imitating game character. I'm all for romance and for supporting your partner in life, to be sure. Trust me, I know the feeling.
But to commit murder?
But I think I would hesitate to murder. Oh, hesitate.
Good for you, Edgy.
do more than hesitate.
Alright, I will give it that. That was a funny joke.
What if a different connection could be proven?
It's dark humor to remember. He said, I would hesitate. Hesitate. I think you do more than that. Like, he wouldn't even consider it. The fact that he's hesitating means that the option is even in the table, you know?
No, I know.
might
Yeah,
find
don't
that
worry.
she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiance.
That would put things in a slightly different light.
It would make it less
What possible
justified.
connection are you suggesting here, Air Forehead?
You know what I'm starting to think?
That we're
My
about to get in
hands
for
on
a
too tight.
turnabout?
Penny for your thought, Tracy?
I'm starting to think the police never looked inside that safe.
As far as they knew,
Yeah,
it
the way
was-
the way her thinking pose looks, it looks like she's thinking like hats. I have evidence showing a connection between the witness, Miss Tiala, and the victim.
The badge.
Wocky? No, the checkup reports. I think I might be wrong here.
I could be wrong now, but I don't think so.
I failed to see exactly what sort of connection this. Yeah, I
Oh,
think
come on. Oh, come on,
I
Judge.
think
I haven't
I-
even read the
I
report.
think I fucked up here.
Hold on.
Well, see,
Okay.
that's because there isn't one.
Ding, ding, ding.
About
I
time we
believe I
actually...
I believe I understand,
What?
and I believe your widely wandering eyes deserve a
Oh,
penalty.
about time we actually see some screw up saying nice.
One more try. I'll get it this time. Yeah, I fucked up. I have evidence again showing a connection.
Okay. I will say this right now.
I got the chart confused with the medical report.
Okay, I will say this right now. Spirit of Justice actually has some of the most funniest dialogue for when you screw up, to the point where I am half tempted to intentionally screw up. Like, I'm not kidding you. Spirit of Justice has the best dialogue for when
Yeah.
you screw up.
That looks
It
like
does, yeah.
a medical chart found inside this Say for the Maractus gun. Yeah, that's the problem. They're both medical documents, but I got one confused with the other.
And in this kind of job, you have to be well and specific.
I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written in the chart.
What's in the name?
What?
What's this?
Romeo?
Miss Tiala, whatever. Why is your name on this chart?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Explain that, bitch.
she looks like she's constipated.
Hey, look at that. The real Alita just suddenly showed up.
Care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala?
Yeah, you're sweating enough for it.
Oh.
I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice.
I
Look
don't
at
know
that.
what face that is either.
She just dropped.
That's the face of. I'm
Is
about
she
to.
upset? Is she angry? Is she thinking? Or did she just smell something
I'll
bad?
handle-
I don't
Our
know.
warm little fiance just froze over.
Allow me to handle this.
Whoops.
I'm about to curb stomp ya, biatch.
Yeah.
I was on staff at the clinic until half a year ago. It
That,
was boring, so I
It
quit.
was boring.
wow.
Wow.
Like,
Try
this
to.
is-
Different.
Try telling
This
that
is quite possibly the most sudden personality change ever in a witness.
a hospital work was
Is there a
boring.
problem with that?
Yeah. Try telling that to Mimi Miney when you see her in jail.
Well, okay, fine. Aside from that.
You
That was a
just
special
demanded
case,
no
though.
Sharing a
connection to
cell.
the victim.
Hey guys, when's look at that? It's the second case, and just like in Reunion and Turnabout, we're dealing with a nurse again. Well, an ex-nurse.
And I don't. Now.
And the victim's also a doctor, like in Reunion and
Now.
Turnabout.
I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection.
That side
There's
glance.
clearly a connection, and you're a shit liar.
I love that side glance she made
No,
when
that's
she's
fine.
talking.
What's this? You're the kind of guy.
Who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past.
But Apollo doesn't have. But Apollo doesn't have a girlfriend yet.
Am I right?
You'd walk
Not-
right
not
into
until he
that
gets-
one.
Not until he gets shipped with either Emma or Maya in Ace of 37.
Juniper.
I don't care about Juniper. I embrace the ones I love. Objection! There's no connection now. It doesn't fly in a court of law.
Doesn't fly?
Look at her, she's bird themed. Of course she can fly.
I can fly, you can fly, you can fly.
She's one tough nut.
Well, let's crack her then.
But I wonder why the four-leaf clover though.
She probably feels right at home with the Kentucky.
Hmm.
You left your job in the Maractus clinic. True.
But
But you remain connected somehow. Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Maractus clinic.
Alright.
the pennies.
The badge. Alright.
The knife?
The sandals, of course. Take that! These sandals were found in the Maractus clinic lobby.
And they have marks of your toes and the smell of them too.
Ew.
They're
Let's
yours, aren't they?
refrain from mentioning the smell, please.
Yeah.
But Jova, here's the interesting thing. What if she was wearing socks and the smell was the only proof we had?
Then we'll go there when we go
Also
there.
that face.
Well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals.
True.
So sorry, Fraulein, but your act isn't working.
Oh my god.
Oh, never mind.
thank
Clappy is
you.
into that. I mean, onto that.
He's into smelling, Joe.
Your moment of hesitation just now cost you.
Huh. So you're not a complete idiot.
What's with you? I thought you were on my side.
We did
Sides,
ship a saying
not
a long
anymore.
ago. Yeah.
Perhaps you are unaware that toes leave toe prints. A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all. I'm sorry, I apologize to the court, but nobody gave me another quirk aside from this one.
There's the guitar, but I guess situational.
Well, now we see your true colors. You
Look
spelled
who's
colours
talking.
wrong.
Yeah,
I
look
see
who's
your
talking.
true colors.
Shine through.
I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning.
Blast!
Also,
Normally working with the prosecution actually works in one's
Does
favor.
have a meaning.
Cheers,
So does
sorry.
a 5-leaf clover, and that would make more sense with Alita, but she has a 4-leaf clover.
Hmm.
I just wanted you to help get Wocky back on the straight and narrow.
Did
Are
you
you
now?
sure that's what you wanted?
This core thinks you need to worry less about Wocky and more about yourself.
Okay,
Seriously,
I'll admit that is
yeah.
a nice bit of a twist here where, you know, the witness kind of reveals that they were hoping that cooperating with the prosecution would have gotten them what they wanted.
Your sandals were found in the entrance clinic. Which means you went there on the day of the murder.
Well, there's little point in denying that.
So you're not gonna try and Von Karma your way out of this.
Very well. The witness will tell us about
Oh, that's a Shyamalan movie, Your Honor.
why did you go to the Maractus clinic that day. Without witness testimony, the Maractus clinic.
Alright, go.
I did go to the clinic that day. My first time in half a year, since I quit in January.
Alright.
I went to warn him after all. I knew Wocky had the pistol.
Yeah, and I'm guessing getting the news that you're kind of gonna meet your demise because your doctor screwed up is not the best to hear.
The doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake.
Huh.
Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets.
Boy,
That's
Tom
weird.
Maractus must have been
Sure.
pretty good friends with Dr. Turner Gray.
I wanted to tell him to be careful, as an old friend. Yeah.
By mistake, you mean. The mistake we heard about from the defendant? The botched operation?
He was a timid, small man, but I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know?
You know.
Stuff is not feeling so hot, you know.
That does make sense.
It does.
Nobody still beats Johnny in terms of that verbal tick, though. Yes, but there is still one thing which does not.
How are you snapping your fingers when you're clearly not?
Magic.
What's that, Prosecutor Gavin?
It's a kind of magic, Jova. The sandals left in the lobby, of course. See, Takumi, now that's a good way to incorporate a rock and roll joke. Go ahead. We can assume that she wore these sandals to the clinic. Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Click, click, click.
Then why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home.
Huh. He does raise a point.
I would have worn those sandals home too.
Yeah, they look comfortable enough.
And I'd struggle a bit.
So
Yeah.
why were the sandals left behind?
They're definitely not for everyone.
Please tell me his fingers break at some point.
You pointed out the contradiction before me.
Everyone's doing that, Apollo.
Hey, Forehead, maybe I should just be both the prosecutor and the defense attorney at this point.
So what? I
That's
can just
fine.
imagine it now. You have to run back and forth across the desks.
Oh, it's kind of like Gary in Pixar's Gary's game. Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there which you were home by mistake?
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin.
Sure you are.
Of course she's impressed, because that gives her an alibi now.
Oh, it is nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation. Yeah, Forehead?
This is the part where you do your job. Hey, oh my god, they're actually...
Oh, what the? No fair!
Apollo.
You are a loser, you know that?
Apollo?
You're filling the holes in her testimony.
Apollo, here's the thing. When it comes to a prosecution, it's their job to provide any reason that the defendant could still be guilty. It is the defense's position to negate those things. This is kind of how real-life court works. Like, you know, this is a sad thing, actually. Apollo Justice, in its term, is actually more like real-life court, but it's portrayed supposedly as a bad thing in a weird way, except when we get to the finale case. Because, like I said... Right, gone.
So we have to. I think we're coming up to something that I'm going to either press or present here. Yeah, I'm not adding any dark secrets. Yeah, sure you're not. Like your name on what chart, miss? Objection! This chart was found inside a safe in the doctor's office.
Yes?
Go on.
Have a read. Why would this one chart be in that safe? Miss Tiala, you know why it was, don't you? Mind filling me in? Dr. Maractus didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. Leisure. I remember I'm American pronounced.
Okay.
Actually, we pronounce that as leisure as well.
Leisure and leisure are different things.
Yeah, I mean, the way you're pronouncing it sounds like you're talking about a ledger.
Oh, that's what. Bad, Herr Doctor.
Bad doctor.
No, that was good. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is where you come in, Miss Tiala.
Again, it frustrates me because Clavier does have his good moments. The problem is that his overall character doesn't get to shine with the potential it needed.
The nurse who filed this chart was you. Me. You knew about Wocky's failed operation.
Uh-oh.
Interesting.
It's like he's watching a drama.
You were in the same position as Dr.
So, Law and Order Japanese edition?
I can imagine this being in Law and Order UK, actually. You obviously have to change a lot of stuff around to fit our court system, but oh well.
Hence why I
Kind of makes it
said.
hard to claim no connection, does it?
Hence why I said Law and Order Japanese edition, since Ace Attorney is based more off of how the Japanese law system works. In fact, fun fact, let's just say this game actually was reflecting a change in the law system around the time, but more on that later.
I have to show you an episode of our version of the Joe Sunday.
Do you have your equivalent to Jack McCoy?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Okay.
Mr. Justice, you must know that I was only a nurse.
And
Was
as
he
a
the main
nurse, I
character?
can
Was he
never
the-
do anything dangerous.
Was he the main character of your version?
Jack McCoy, yeah.
Well, we have a different character because
The doctor is responsible for the chart's contents.
we don't have Jack McCoy, but we've got Bradley Walsh.
So I'm guessing he's the equivalent.
This chart business seems to be quite important.
True
That's
that.
not the character's name, by the way. That's the actor. Please amend your testimony accordingly.
Too bad, little attorney.
What are you, Moriarty?
What? What? What the fuck?
Yeah, the last one out again. Ah, I forgot to continue my Who Wants to Be a Millionaire gag. My brace was reacting again.
That's not the only thing reacting by the sound of the music.
What is it, Apollo?
Trucy, did you drug me again?
Again?
I felt my bracelet vibrate. She's a magician, Joe. That's how the magic.
So she's giving him magic shrooms?
Yeah,
Your bracelet.
just like yesterday, like you said. Well, wait, this is unsure of something. The nervous habit gives them away.
I didn't know that was me or Apollo, I don't know. But I can't see anything, Apollo.
Oh.
Because he's blind. Then what's my bracelet reacting to? No, it's a secret phone.
Wait, maybe. Yes, that has to be it.
Aha!
Excuse me, Your Honor, I have to talk to my bracelet. Hello?
Yes?
My bracelet
have to
told me
be it?
she did the murder.
Yes, this
No,
is
no.
not.
My bracelet is a phone.
Your senses, Apollo. They must be sharper than mine.
Well, yeah.
Well, if we make you blind, Apollo, you'll be Daredevil. You're even thread-themed.
I don't want to be... You know, I've heard justice is blind, but I don't want to go by that.
Thank God they didn't do that to you in Dual Destinies.
No, they have did it to me.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, Trucy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything.
Oh, bless you, Apollo.
Again, leave it to Ace Attorney to turn a completely real-life court tactic into a superpower.
There's a weak point somewhere in Mr. Tiala's testimony. Mr.
And that
Tiala.
was-
Ah!
And
Never
that line
mind.
was...
You know, Tio, I
and that
gotta
line
say,
was
the
the
fire...
That line was the inspiration for Danganronpa.
You know, Tio, I gotta say, the new Fire Emblem Lawyer Edition game is working well. Like, weak points and everything, the focal point and everything.
Not enough waifu, so it cannot be.
Well, then what do we do?
You have to perceive it yourself. Apollo with your eyes, whatever, and your senses.
And a high-def sprite.
Yeah, in perceiving, in HD.
Yeah, again,
I
like
think
I
we noticed
me
what
and
it
my
was,
bracelet.
but I'm not sure.
Again, like I said, in the DS version, they actually did draw HD sprites for the close-up areas.
I don't know why, but the bracelet helps. Somehow touching it helps me focus.
Yeah, according to Dual Destinies, the bracelet clamps down on his arm when it
That sounds like it
transfers
hurts.
I bet there's like a massive indent on his wrist.
Must be.
It's permanently stuck there.
Yeah, can he ever take that thing off?
Well, I don't know, but we're going to use it now at least to find out how many. As soon as the button works.
We have to find the right bit and...
There we go.
Whoa.
I think is it her hands?
Maybe.
I'm not sure. Oh, there you
Oh,
are. There, I saw it. She's twiddling her ring.
The trick is that
Yeah.
not only do you need to find the right statement to, perceive on, and, the right movement, but also knowing the right bout of words to press it on as well, too. So, why are you focusing on her hand there?
I just wanted to make sure I kind of fucked up. Oh, there we go.
I know it was her hand, but I thought it was something different.
Gotcha! And now we're in the vortex.
Whoa.
Why go to the clinic for a half-year-old now, you ass? But you know why you would go now, don't you?
Seriously, new Windows screensaver looks good.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was quite clear, Miss Tiala. You have a nervous habit.
That is in no way caused by me staring you down like a dog.
The moment you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with your... Fiddled?
Yeah, fiddle.
whoops.
What?
No, he said fiddled. Okay, even she can't believe the typo. She was unsure. I saw it!
Oh, you were talking about the typo.
Now, that's the key word.
Just keep shouting now until she breaks.
The chart wasn't a part of your past. It was a clear and present threat.
To your future.
That's ridiculous. Why, if that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it.
True. Why wouldn't you? Dwibs?
What?
You missed your line there earlier.
No, I didn't. That was Tiala.
No, no,
There
no.
was a line before
The part where
I
Paul
did- I
said
did-
indeed.
I did speak the line.
Oh.
Did
you
you-
Something happened quite recently.
You're cutting out again.
Yes,
Maybe-
she cut out.
Maybe you cut out, yeah.
Something that made that chart a problem for you now.
Well, you're better now. Although, can't say the same for Alita.
I got her on the ropes now. I can feel it.
Let's just
I
hope she doesn't get
see it.
sucked into
You've
the
got her in the
vortex.
void.
Yeah.
Trying to strike the killing blow with evidence.
Oh my god, I just realized this void looks like how Black Hole in Smash Bros. Ultimate does.
Miss Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it.
So Apollo's
There's no
gonna
use
be an
trying to hide
assist trophy in Smash Bros. 5.
The chart became a threat to you now because of this. The checkout report. Now we use it as part of our presenting stuff.
This is how court procedures work, Apollo.
Take that! A health checkup report belonging to the defendant. The Katakis are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about it?
Oh, nothing. Why should I think anything?
Well, it's
Why
your
should I
job.
think anything?
Oh, I would think you were positively beside yourself
Possibly.
because you were afraid. You knew what Wocky's chest x-ray would reveal.
Dun dun dun.
Ugh.
Erk. A full half year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free.
It's like the joke about the doctor who's looking for the guy who has all day
When
to
the
live.
chart- When the chart came back to haunt you. And she suffered a massive headache.
Wow, that really ruffled her feathers.
That's all, Your Honor.
Drops the mic.
Mic drop.
Well, shoot.
What just happened?
Wow, everyone
That's
can
a
see
good
this.
question.
The witness just admit to lying? No, in this series?
But how did you do it?
I sensed it.
By clicking.
You sensed it. There was a great aura emanating from her forehead.
Well, he's not wrong.
Yeah, they can see all this weird shit happening.
Very cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Clavia ever gets angry.
Sorry, Takumi. That sounded a lot cooler in your head.
I don't think Clavia ever gets angry in this game.
Which is part of the
That's
problem.
Well, okay,
that's not so
okay,
much my
okay.
problem. My
You should
problem.
be
Okay,
angry.
okay,
There's
okay,
a lot
okay,
of things you should be angry about.
Okay, guys. When I say that, I mean in court, no.
He does get angry during Turnabout Serenade, but to be fair, that's kind of usually the contractual obligation that often by the third or, whichever is the filler case, the prosecution gets to have some suffering.
If the Kataki's got a hold of the chart name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Tiala?
Holy cow, it looks like he's holding the document with that.
You guessed it.
Well, you're not that sore a loser, at least.
Oh,
Order! Order! I did it! I broke her testimony.
And you
Yay.
did it by
Very good.
staring.
Very, very good, Apollo.
Amazing, Apollo. I didn't see it at all.
Johnny Cochrane would be proud.
No, it seems too easy.
Yeah.
We haven't had a breakdown yet.
Daddy was right about.
Well, we had a stage 1 breakdown.
True.
That's the thing, we need to color
Well,
either
hang
on.
on.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Alita.
Uh,
Why do you want Jezebel?
Alita, come on now. Shouldn't you be getting back to Code Lyoko?
Miss Tiala?
It's true. The chat was bad news for me.
Huh. Sounds like a confession.
That's why I went to meet the doctor that day.
To silence him.
You went to silence a Time Lord? That takes something.
It's a lot harder than it looks.
But that's all.
But who better to
That's
silence a
all, yo.
Time Lord than his assistant Dwibs?
I told him about Wocky and went home. Clavier's had enough of your shit.
It appears that
Sorry, it appears this cross-examination is far from over.
Oh,
What
yeah.
was wrong?
My banging in this wall says so.
What?
She hid the truth from us. This is clear.
Hey, Pedro,
Yeah.
here's something in common with the two prosecutors. They use the wall for their slamming as opposed to desks.
Except, whatever. And going back to the angry thing, it's not so much that. Like, again, these moments where he bangs the wall, that's where he shows the most passion. The problem is that it's so little in between. Like, my big problem with Clavier as the character is his lack of passion. Like,
Yeah.
he's way too passive for my taste.
Oh,
honestly.
yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Again, I'm gonna talk more about that in the latter half of this game.
oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, let me put it like this. He actually does act passionate for the first half of Turnabout Serenade. Problem is, that's the first half of Turnabout Serenade. In the second half, when he should be feeling incredibly passionate, he's not. And then only gets worse with the fourth case.
Alright.
As you guys know me, passion in a character is very important in a character to me, as you guys probably realize by this point with everything I've talked about in playthroughs. Like, and to me, because to me this is just boring. Like, I'll take a character like Godo because at the very least Godo is somewhat, it causes me to have some kind of emotion towards him, even if it's negative. This guy just bores the shit out of me.
Yeah, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
Godo sucked as a
I would
prostitute.
still rank Godo lower, but I'm not gonna say that again.
I know. Two different strokes for different folks. Would you rather,
Yeah.
at the very least, be like? It's the usual thing. I just hate being bored.
Let me put it like this. I think we can agree that while Godo was worse as a prosecutor, Godo still felt more satisfying to fight back against and take down, all the same. When the problem with Clavier is like, well, he's so passive to the point where you don't feel joy in it, I think.
No, I don't. I'm just like.
But
Yeah.
you know what? We'll still get some good moments out of him, but we'll see for the next part, folks, where, that's going to happen.
Hopefully, my fingers will not break from snapping fingers too much.
Local Portuguese man breaks fingers while snapping. Thanos shakes his head in disappointment.
See ya, everybody.
Disappointment, yeah.
Yeah.
See ya.
See ya.